Seema.
Okay, so let's move on. We've got a management weighting by Manappuram Finance. Now, the stock is higher in trade, even as the MFI business has reported a loss in Q4. Kapil Krishan, the CFO of the company, joins in the first. Good afternoon, and thanks so much for joining in. Let me start with your bread and butter business. That's your gold loan. There, the portfolio has declined by 9% sequentially. If you could walk us through what the demand is looking like and the outlook.
Yes, so basically the decline is mainly because we had to auction overdue accounts. As you may know, we regularly auction overdue accounts, and in Q3, that is in December, because of the effect of demonetization, we wanted to give our customers some more time to close their accounts on their own. So because of that, we had to auction almost 4 tons, and that is the reason for the decline in the AUM. As you know, the demand situation is a bit weak in the bottom of the pyramid, mainly because of the effect of demonetization, which is getting easier now. But the other issue is the drought situation, especially in the southern states. So because of weak demand, customers could not pay up their accounts and close it on their own. So we had to auction, which is what resulted in the lower AUM.
Hi Mr. Krishnan, I get that point, Ben, but I wanted to understand what exactly were the NIMs in the last quarter. If you could help us out with that, and what kind of NIMs are you looking at going ahead? First part. Second part, you're talking about some kind of pressure points. The cash dispersion, that's been limited to around 20,000 rupees. How big a hit is it to your business?
Yeah, so as far as NIMs go, the cost of funds came down sequentially by 15 basis points. And the yields also went up because we had slightly higher NPAs in December because of the demonetization effect, which came down in March. So because of the lower NPA, we had higher interest accounted, and that is why the net yield went up. So overall NIMs were up almost 100 basis points. And as far as the cash disbursement situation is, you see the RBI circular was not very clear. There were some ambiguities, and we are seeking clarity. Pending that, it is status quo right now.
Okay. So your microfinance business has reported a sharp increase in your gross NPAs, and we understand that you have indicated that there are problems in Karnataka. Should we expect, is this the peak for your microfinance business gross NPAs, or does it get worse from here on?
Yeah, so we are obviously focusing on the collections effort. We have not changed our accounting policy. We have a policy of fully providing for loans which are overdue for 120 days and 50% of loans due between 90 to 120 days. So we did not change that policy because of this one-off effect of demonetization. This is much more conservative than what the RBI mandates. So we have provided almost 12 crores extra than what the RBI formula would have needed us to provide. Going forward, we are focusing on the collections, and it is difficult to say at this moment what will be the situation going forward.
All right, Mr. Krishnan, if you could give us some guidance, just looking at your book, how it's been shaping up. I think the percentage of gold exposure, that's in fact come down from around 88% to around 82-81%, while the MFI business, so there in fact, the proportion has increased. Going ahead, what kind of a mix are you looking at?
Yeah, so in the medium term, we are looking at least 25% coming from the non-gold business. We are taking more efforts this year now to grow the home loan business, and we should make some news. So that is the focus basically, to grow all the businesses. There is no specific percentage that I can say, but in the medium term, all I can say is that between 25 to 40% should be from the non-gold business.
Okay. I was just reading one of the market notes, and they say that you've toned down your growth guidance to a 20% CAGR versus 25% earlier over a period of the next 2 to 5 years. Is that true? And what's the reason for toning down your consolidated balance sheet?
No, we had mentioned on the call yesterday, it will be between 20 to 25%. It's a range. It's very difficult to pinpoint whether it will be 20 or 25. The objective is that we will continue to grow on all cylinders.
All right, Mr. Krishna, before we let you go, I have to ask you this question. Are the promoters looking to sell out? What is Mr. Nandakumar's plans? Is there something in the offing? Tell us, sir. Give us some clarity. The street really wants to know what's going on with the business. Does Mr. Nandakumar want to sell out for the business? Some clarity, sir.
Yeah, so this was asked in our conference call yesterday, and he had himself clearly said that all these rumors are absolutely false.
So Mr. Nandakumar doesn't want to sell out, is what you're telling us.
This is what he said, yeah.
This is what he said. All right.
Okay, that is also being a bit
Yeah, I mean,
politically
even
correct.
okay. Yeah, no. We are not having. There is absolutely no transaction that I am aware of. Also, I can say.
Okay, all right. We'll let you go
We
at
take
that.
your word for it, sir.
Thank you very much for joining in. Okay, some more news coming in at the mid-cap end, where Ujas Energy has received an order. It's a letter of intent from the Arunachal government for a solar plant.